to cover a few cases happened regarding GM food globally. First, we're going to talk about India. In India, non-government organizations and prominent activists have blamed GM food for the increased suicide rate amongst farmers. However, a recent study has revealed that there was no increase in the suicide rate among farmers. And also, they highlighted that there was a noticeable increase in the yields rate in India as well. Another case happened in Philippines. We're flying to Philippines now.
The Philippines, we have to
I don't know
say.
how much the ticket cost, but Philippines.
The Philippines.
The Philippines, okay. The Philippines, another campaign have been initiated there to strongly stand against multinational companies' ownership of plant gene. Okay. And also they started there a few educational programs to teach small-scale farmers to the issue of, I forgot the issue, the issue of implications of patenting plant and animal genes.
Patenting your topic.
Plants and animal genes. And that's enough right now for India and Philippines. I'll call my friend Simon here to talk to you about a few other cases.
That's already 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you for Alaa. Like Alaa side, in India and the Philippines, other countries will have a negative effect on GM food. But in North America, they have different opinions about GM food. Firstly, we can see some business company like Monsanto, the world's largest seeds company. They have to talk about the farmers and the people. They using GM food and some biotechnology can produce more food and protecting the natural environment. But to be honest, in the USA, the farmers always hungry for this GM food because fury.
Angry. That's okay. Yep.
Because they cannot to use GM food to produce more food. And to be honest, there are no nation has a right to sell this GM food. So it's so hungry about it.
Yes.
And now we'd like Dania to introduce different area.
If we change our direction from North America to the Africa, we can see one of the African countries is Tanzania. The water efficient maize for Africa WEMA project is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates and Buffett Foundation and aims to develop drought tolerant. African maize throughout a combination of conventional and gene-based techniques. The final project objective is to release a royalty-free seed to small-scale sub-Saharan farmers. The project involves a number of private and public organizations, of course including Monsanto, which project participates say it's contributing some of its proprietary techniques. We've looked at one example of African region, and now we will start with JJ going to talk about the situation in Europe.
Thank you. Turning to the case of Europe countries, I would like to discuss one case in Europe, Germany. From the data and from our perspective, it is clear that there is great investment from the agribusiness industry, around $1.6 billion in order to increasingly against higher yielding crops. However, the following effect is a negative environmental issues. For example, shortage of water. Also these days, the agribusiness industry has been developing the corn discovery. From this research, it can slightly reduce the competition in that country and also reduce the shortage of water. So much for information about Europe. Now Simon will conclude with our general opinion about GM foods.
Good.
In our presentation, we have discussed about the positive and
Just say it again, Simon, because no about. We have discussed.
we have discussed
You made the same mistake.
the negative and positive effects about GM foods.
Of.
Of GM foods. To sum up, most of the opinion about GM food is to support we can use GM food in the future to have a positive effect. That's all.
Okay.